Hello. I am going live to share with you a very simple self-love exercise that you can do right now to start generating more love from within. Now, for those of you who don't know me or are just getting to know me, I'm Celeste Rains Turk, an online fitness coach, mindset mentor, self-love, confidence, wellness coach. So I am passionate about helping others start building more than just a body. And this is my message because I know what it's like to treat yourself like you're just surface level. And I was seeing amazing physical results in my fitness journey, and I knew that it was definitely a passion of mine. But despite the physical results, there was still something missing, and that's when I realized that fitness is about building more than just a body, and that's where my mission was born, and that's what I preach every single day. So I'm so excited to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the replay or checking this video out. Now, I think it's very important to first of all recognize what self-loathe is and what self-love is. So let's put it in perspective. Now, we all speak to ourselves in certain ways, right? Some of us in more loving ways and some of us in less loving ways. Sorry, I'm going to cross my legs. So when we speak to ourselves in a loathful way, it doesn't feel good. It bothers us. It can feel heavy. It can feel painful, saddening. It's not empowering. It's not a good feeling. And when we speak to ourselves or fill ourselves with love, it's empowering and it's beautiful and it makes us feel important and special and it's a warm feeling, right? It's not cold or icy. It's something we want more of. So now that we can kind of at least tell the difference when it comes up, now it's a matter of figuring out how we can get more of the self-love into your life. So here's a really simple exercise that you can use right now in order to do exactly that. So what I want you to do is recognize, first of all, how do you hate on yourself? How do you speak to yourself in self-loathing ways? How do you treat yourself like you're less than what you truly deep down inside know that you are? How do you make yourself feel bad? What are you saying to yourself that's not serving you in your journey of having more fulfillment and health and empowerment? Okay, so I want you to ask yourself that question first. Now, if you can journal on this, that would be amazing. I know some people are more visual learners or some people are more kinesthetic and need to like feel it happening. So whatever it is for you, do that. But this exercise requires you to really get clear on what are the things that you find yourself speaking to yourself, that you find yourself hating on yourself for. So what's your self-loathe language? How are you speaking to yourself? Because I know for me that I was speaking to myself and I was creating a toxic inner world that the external world could only duplicate that and reflect that. So I was not only creating an inner world that didn't feel that great, but also was seeing certain factors in my physical reality that did not make me feel great at all either. So that's when I came up with this exercise to turn loathe into love. Now this is the next piece. This is the second step. All you need to do now is look at your self-loathe statements and turn them into self-loving statements. So I'll give you my favorite example, and maybe some of you have heard me use this before. Here's the self-loathe statement. I hate going to the gym because whenever I go to the gym, I just never know what to do, and I can't seem to get fat off of all these areas of my body, and I'm so weak, and look at that. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. Now, self-love would say, wow, I'm so happy and grateful that I get to go to the gym and take care of my body and fuel myself afterwards with the foods that I need in order to really see the results that I want. And I love the way the gym makes me feel and the way that I can give myself this opportunity to take care of my body, which houses my amazing soul. The energy is very different, right? It's no longer about what you cannot do or what you're incapable of or what you feel like you are lacking. It's now about the opportunity and the growth and the love that you are giving to yourself, right? It's an empowerment. It's not about what you aren't doing or what you can't do. It's about what you're recognizing within yourself for doing. So the reason why this exercise works is because it starts to retrain your brain to no longer think in loathing thoughts, but to start thinking in loving thoughts. Now, this is not all you need for self-love. Self-love goes so much deeper than this, but this is one exercise that you can start using now and that I share with all my clients and all my members of my VIP site because it is so powerful when you can honestly recognize how you're speaking to yourself in loathe, then you can start catching it when it comes up and replacing it with love. Because if you do this exercise once, awesome, it's going to raise your awareness. You're going to be aware when it comes up in your life again. If you're walking down the street and you start comparing yourself, or you're thinking about the way that your thighs look or the way that your hair is, you're going to start wondering, and you're going to start catching yourself going, oh my gosh, that was so hateful. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? And then you're going to go, okay, let's back it up. Let's replace that in love. So this is not an exercise that you do once every blue moon. It's an exercise that you do daily because it's going to start raising your awareness. A lot of behavior changes come from, actually all behavior change, and this is again part of the behavior change modification planning that I do, comes from raising your consciousness. So until you raise your consciousness about the current behavior, you cannot actually change it. So we need to raise your consciousness, raise your awareness, and then take the necessary actions in order to actually change them, okay? So I'm very curious as to how you go with this exercise. I'm really glad that I got to share it with you today. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know how it helps you. Let me know what comes up for you. I'd love to be able to support you in your journey. Feel free to share this with friends. Just tag a girlfriend or a guy friend below. Let them know that you're thinking about them. And I can't wait to support you in this. So wherever you are in the world, just make it awesome.